You know, what are you doing with your life right now? Honestly, right? You're a cryptocurrency trader. You're a cryptocurrency investor. You've gotten into this space to profit, to do well, to make the world a better place, sure, yada, yada, whatever, right? You're here to make money, right? Everybody's here in the crypto market pretty much to make money, get their opportunity at life-changing capital. How are you using your time? That is the important question, right? How are you using your time? Because the people that are crushing it, the people that are actually who wake up every day and are moving forward and see their strategies working, who see their trades working out, see their positions paying off, the people that are posting the profits, the people that everybody else is kind of chasing and looking up to and being like, what's the secret? It's hard work, right? It's hard work is the secret. These people are staying up till 2 a.m. coding their bot. These people are putting in 6 to 8 hours a day on the charts every single day. These people are optimizing their strategies. These people are learning from others. These people are hanging out in Discord. These people are hanging out in Telegram. These people are reading white papers. These guys are listening to the AMAs. Are you doing any of that? Are you doing any of that? And if you're not, how do you expect to succeed? Right? How do you expect to succeed if you're not working hard? How do you expect to be able to justify to yourself, your wife, to your family, to your friends, putting all this time and effort into cryptocurrency and not make over $100,000 this year doing it? How can you justify doing that, right? When it's so easy, right? The alpha's out there, the information's out there. Most people are lazy. Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy. Be better. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, with that out of the way, let's break right into today's morning market update. Hope everybody's doing absolutely fantastic today. Today is, of course, February 21st, 2024, failure of our Lord. I feel like is chat working? Is chat working? Somebody say something. See if chat's working on screen. Okay, chat's working. All right, life's good. Life's good. Life's good. Life's good. Life's good. Shout outs. We've got Yes to Crypto. We've got my YouTube journey in the house. Yes, I did update the chat requirement. So subscriber for 5 minutes. Yep. I think that's a nice balance between keeping the riffraff out and incentivizing new individuals to engage and become part of the community. Let's see here. All right. Hey, Yes to Crypto. We are rewarding Degen, man. I love you, brother. Hell yeah. Let's do this. All right, guys, let's start off with your morning market report. This is the morning breaking Bitcoin market update. Bitcoin is currently trading at about $51,415 spot on Bitstamp. We are still in the low volume node. So we have actually we're not in the low volume node anymore. If you guys look really closely, you'll see that we wicked into the low volume node and we did immediately reject. So we are technically in a high volume node. All right. So again, price does not like to hang out in the low volume node. So again, what does this tell us? We know that we're either going to get a big rejection from 52.53, pullbacks likely to, short-term support certainly at 48,500, but a more, I think, logical correction here would be a pullback to 42,000, 41,700. Deeper pullbacks, of course, to the weekly 55 at 35,000. And if we're really going to get that pre-halving dump, then we're talking 29,000, but I really think 24,000 coming down and tapping this low volume node makes a lot of logical sense. But here's the thing, the clock is really ticking on that, right? And this has kind of been my unfortunate, this is something that I guess bothered me this cycle is that, I went into the cycle expecting a big pre-halving dump. And although I've done very well trading to the long side and my spot portfolio has done very good, I feel like I could have optimized more profits. Of course, retrospect, hindsight's 50-50. If I just would have been a little bit more bullish. So it's all right. We get there when we get there and not a moment sooner. So we don't obviously want to turn giga bullish at the height of the rally, right? And be a complete muppet and buy into, everybody distributing. But at the same time, we just got incredible strength, guys, incredible strength. This is a very powerful rally. And the closer and closer we get to the halving, the less likely that a big correction looms, right? Things are strong. But we do know one of two things. Let's go to the daily time frame. We do know that if we do end up breaking 52.53, let's get rid of these drawings for just half a second. We do know right now on the daily time frame that if Bitcoin does go up and close above 53,000, then we are almost certainly going to skyrocket to 57K because that's closing into the low volume node. Price has no incentive to hang out there, and price just wants to immediately evacuate from that zone. So again, where I feel like we'll blast through to 57, 58 is the most logical thing. Bitcoin not making any kind of decisive movements. Obviously, so far down at day, we are down about, 1.76%. We do have a 2% range because we did come down here and grab liquidity to the long. We did come down here and sweep long liquidity again. So we did stop longs out following yesterday's Darth Maul candle where both shorts and longs got knocked out. Looking at the daily time frame, again, we've got a little bit more closer support. Again, there's that 48.8, 48.5 level of immediate short-term resistance in the daily 21. Also corresponds with previous horizontal resistance right here that we were able to blast through. 55 would kind of be a retreat back to the trading range, right? The top of the previous trading range at 45. All those are logical. All those are nice. And of course, steeper pullbacks here to the 38,000, which is kind of confluent with the weekly 55. Now, again, big picture here, we're in a bullish trend. You're going to make more money being long biased in a bull market than being short biased. We are not calling tops. We are not playing reversals. We're not doing any of that crap. We're just not going to trade that way. We are not reversal traders. We are trend following traders. All right. So we're either going to buy the breakout, okay, or we're going to wait for price to pull back and we're going to re-enter to the long side, right? We are not going to be playing these shorts. I'm not going to be that guy. It's gotten me in trouble this cycle, and I don't care if we're at the top and this is the time to be shorting. Don't care. Not going to do it. All right, Mongtini, welcome on over from Farcaster. Glad to have you here. All right. Yeah, so daily time frame, if we switch on our reversal system here, looking at our reversal indicators, we did trade above 2 standard deviations of the Bollinger Band here, which does accelerate or does increase the likelihood of having a correction. We do have the Bollinger Band median line coming in at that 48.3. So again, we do have a lot of confluence there. 48,000, approximately 48,500 is our strong immediate short-term level of support right here. ISIS spot did go ahead and give us a reversal signal. We do have falling volume in this area. And of course, again, we do have our Laguerre PPO, which is peaked out and giving us those red warning signs here. Okay, so yes, we can trim profits on daily swing longs. Any daily swing longs, I would say that we're taken from this range right here, we can certainly trim profits on. Any positional trades from down here, you guys can, of course, trim profits on. But really, realistically, the trades, if we're still holding positional trades from down here, I am holding mine. Right? Because those are like spot swings to me at this point in time. But again, I believe in the strength of the 2024 bull market. I do believe that we will have significantly higher prices forward in 2024, whether we have a big 50% correction or not. I don't care. So in general, I'm just going to continue to hold my long positions and just continue to add on dips. And that's going to be my bull market strategy. All right. And that's what I'm going to do. It's very consistent about that, right? Again, so overall here on the daily, nothing too exciting, nothing too conclusive today. For the risky reversal traders out there, of course, you guys can look to take those positions. You do have RSI moving back underneath the 70th percentile today. BBWP is heading lower, so we're going to get a volatility crush here pretty soon. And if you guys aren't familiar with what that means, just basically when BBWP, which is just measuring the percentage distance between the upper and lower boundaries of the Bollinger Bands, like how tight is the range of the Bollinger Bands. And it's a proxy for volatility. And what we do know is with a very high T-stat, so a very high probability of success, we do know that when BBWP comes down here and gets, crushed, we call it an IV crush. When it's not an IV crush, it's a volatility crush. But when volatility gets really, really low, below 4%, we know that we get a big expansion. We get a big movement out of Bitcoin. Doesn't tell us what direction that movement's going to happen, but it does tell us that a movement is going to come. And so volatility is increasingly becoming more and more a staple of my trading strategy. Again, BBWP is getting crushed. So if we do get that expansion and that breakout to the downside, and just to be very clear, what are those levels? Let's bring up here. Let's make things a little cleaner here for just a little bit. What are those levels? Here's the 15-minute time frame for Bitcoin. I have, of course, updated our liquidation levels. These are the most critical levels that act as magnets for Bitcoin's price. I've shown you guys this every single day. I've come in here and drawn these liquidation zones, and every single day they get hit. It's like clockwork, all right? So this is increasingly my day trading strategy. And of course, I get all this liquidation data for free. This is level 2 data that comes directly from the exchanges from coinglass.com for free every single day. So there's your alpha. All right. Moving right along, we have updated, of course, our liquidation levels. We have our resistance liquidation zone here on Bitcoin today, starting at 51,500 and stretches up to about 51,762. So I am of the mind, this is really the first area to watch for. Watch for this area. What is the strategy? Of course, you guys know this. Typically, we want to be taking shorts from this range and taking them down to the next zone, or we want to be taking longs from this range and taking them up to this zone. Very easy. We're just fading breakouts, fading breakdowns. And if we get a close above these levels, then we want to be breakout longing. All right. Very, very simple. Very easy. We did, of course, I am in a swing long right now. I had set a limit order to buy at the top of this 15-minute block, as I had talked about yesterday. Was a little too early. I could have targeted the liquidation zone because, as you can see, price did consolidate briefly in that 15-minute block, but we did grab longside liquidity. So longside liquidity has been swept, okay, for today. So the next logical target would, of course, be short side liquidity. All right, so we would be expecting broadly a movement up today. Obviously consolidation down here, not so great. And any close below 51.1 is going to be pretty scary at this point in time, and is going to start to signal that we are going to be getting more of a pullback, especially if we take out this liquidation zone. All right. So I am long. My stop loss currently on my intraday swing long is at 50,436, I do believe. Yes. And actually that position is only down like $5. So all good. I am, of course, still swing long on Dogecoin in the copy trade account. And of course, I am still swing long on Bitcoin from 43,000 in the copy trade account as well. Not too much to talk about there. So again, pretty simple strategy today. I think that we're going to make a run on upside liquidity. I've got that long on to secure. Of course, I'm being a little cavalier with that long as well, because my take profit is up here at 52,275, excuse me. Yeah, so as you guys know, I am bullish here. I am hoping that we move up here and break up out of this range. So I will be momentum longing. I would be breakout longing any 15-minute close above 51,762. And you know, depending on what price action does, we might be fading. We might fade movements up into the liquidation zone of resistance here, because that is the logical strategy to do. But I'm less eager about that trade. We'll just see what setup kind of comes across the screens this morning. Yeah, keep it pretty simple, I think. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, sellers are obviously in control. CVD is, of course, moving down. Open interest is rising in this area, which is good to see, especially after that grab of liquidity. And again, yeah, so what would be the signal here? Looking for momentum oscillator to go overbought into the liquidation zone of resistance on the 15-minute time frame. Probably be looking for a short at that point in time. Again, you can see the IV crush right here that led to this big movement on the 15-minute time frame. Volatility is still relatively high above the median. So there's just really no good setup here, except for the long that we took, and we're just basically at break even on that long right now, because price formed a range in between the 15-minute block and the liquidation zone. So we ended up buying at the top of that. Concerns about FOMC in 2 hours? I never concern about the FOMC, Tyler, especially with only 2 hours to go. I never concern. There's no point in concerning about the FOMC, because regardless of what they say. I'm sorry, I'm being a little cavalier, man. I'm in a good mood this morning. Shout out to Tyler, the man, the legend. He's a fantastic trader, guys. Come check him out in the Discord. But listen, so when I traded Forex, the strategy, the rule was just we don't trade into significant news events, right? So we're not trading into CPI, we're not trading into the jobs report, we're not trading into non-farm payroll, we're not trading into we're not trading into CPI, we're not trading into FOMC. But yeah, I mean, whatever. The stock market's been moving down for like the last 3 days. So, we had some like mixed results from the FOMC last session, where they were like, well, they turned they didn't turn hawkish, but they turned like quasi hawkish. So, but I mean, honestly, right? FOMC is just going to tell us that volatility is going to happen, and it's a coin toss 50-50, right? So, the volatility could be in our favor, or it could be against our favor, right? But, we just manage our risk. If we lose 2% of our account, and we just, live to trade another day. Honestly, I haven't really read the news. I don't really know any of the predictions about today's FOMC. Of course, kind of the crypto bullish narrative is that, rates are going to come down and life's good. But then CPI came in last month, slightly. I was like 3.2 is supposed to be 2.2. So slightly hotter than expected. Concern today is about NVIDIA earnings. NVIDIA, I think, now has enough market capitalization to found their own small country. So shout outs to NVIDIA. All right, so I think we've summarized BTC here relatively well. Let's get rid of the CVD and let's get our SVP on. Where's our SVP? SVP. Let's get our VWAP on. Yeah, so below 2 standard deviations today would actually be a chunk down below the liquidation zone, which I'm not mega excited about. Price has retreated to the VWAP. We're just chilling. Overextended would be above 52,261, and oversold would be below 50,575. So again, we'll just see what kind of setups we get. Of course, we are looking at a pretty good triple top setup right now if we wanted to short. But again, I have disabled the red button on my screen, so we will not be shorting. But yeah, this is just this would be a pretty, for the reversal traders out, this would be a good, pretty decent triple top reversal setup. Put your stop loss right here. And you just be targeting coming down to the bottom of the range. A little bit of asymmetric risk to reward right there, but hey, you take the setups how you get them. Take the setups. Ethereum. Let's talk about Ethereum. Ethereum did trade above 3K. Didn't close above 3K, but did trade above 3K. So pretty impressive, at least on the weekly time frame. All right. This is a low volume node. Is this a low volume node? Am I confused? This is turning into a high volume node. Sorry. Let's zoom this out just a little bit. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is technically a lower volume node. Of course, we do have a real low volume node up at 3657. But yeah, again, we are looking a clean break of 3K. We're going to 3637 extremely quickly. Pullbacks for Ethereum, more bullish pullbacks would be to 2308. More logical pullback would be closer to 2000 right now. because we did. You can see there's little liquidity here relative to the buys down here, and we were able to traverse this very, very quickly. So again, breakouts here of 3K, very clean break of 3K. I think on the daily time frame, we go to 36, 37, probably like almost overnight, very quickly. And Ethereum, what we're seeing here is now beginning to outperform. I talked about this back during the ETFs. When the ETFs came out, I called it as a sell the news event, and I said at that point in time, I told all the premium members, and I believe I said it on stream, that I converted a significant portion of my BTC into Ethereum. Why? Let me show you. Let's go to here. Sorry, the chart that we want. We want ETH-BTC. So there is a particular trade that I take every once in a while that I've talked about many times, and that is the Ethereum Bitcoin trade. When the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio gets significantally low to critical levels of support, previously I'd done it over here, just trying to trade these bips and bobs. But we do have Ethereum, the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio extremely low, which means it sets up a scenario where I can take my Bitcoin and I can swap them into Ethereum and then wait until Ethereum is overvalued relative to Bitcoin and then convert back into Bitcoin. And I will have, so anyways, I converted down here. So if this goes all the way back up to the peak, let's say I could have 50 to 60% more BTC, and that is extremely significant. That is a huge trade for me. That is a massive trade for me because the majority of my wealth is in BTC. So that is a massive trade for me. The Ethereum relative value trade. Of course, Ethereum hasn't made any massive moves yet, but trading is about patience. These long positional trades are about patience. So just chilling, ladies and gentlemen, just chilling. All is well. All is good. All is good. Oh, you know what? I need to move the chat. I see that. That is an issue. Actually, I can just do this. Let's just take this. And where is the live trading chat box? Bam. There we go. I just wanted to keep the member goal above the chat. By the way, of course, guys, if you don't know, if we hit the member goal for today, we will, of course, extend today's stream by a half hour. Otherwise, you guys only have me for 2 hours. So, okay, so yeah, I've talked about Ethereum, Bitcoin here pretty much ad nauseum. Weekly time frame, again, not too much to talk about. Bullish trend, life's good. Of course, we could see pullbacks here. That's totally fine. We are a little overextended. Let's go look at our PTP system on the weekly. Again, everything's fine. RSI is overbought, but typically when weekly RSI gets overbought, it is a precursor to an explosive move to the upside and not kind of the contrary here. And we do see here that weekly Ethereum is not even like peaked on volatility. So we got a long ways to go potentially. Long ways to go potentially. Life is good. Ethereum on the daily time frame. Again, starting off with our reversal system. Yes, of course, we're kind of overbought. Yes, of course, Minx is overbought here. Laguerre PPO is overbought here. So, of course, daily pullbacks could be completely possible. But Ethereum did make a nice movement here, still chilling in this range. Let's see here. We haven't gotten the sell signal yet from IsaSpot. We do have, of course, lowering volume on this rally, which is fine. But also note that this big explosion of volume has not come in to kind of signify a top. So I'm of the mind that Ethereum more than likely does continue up here or has a more benign pullback if we do end up getting a pullback. Where would those pullbacks be? Again, daily time frame. Logical pullback place would be 26.79. A more bearish pullback would, of course, be to 24.95. And more of a trend reset back to 2,165. I'm just not really seeing that right now. Yeah. Not really seeing that right now, but of course it's on the table. It's a possibility. Ethereum on the lower time frames. Unfortunately, Ethereum probably ends up selling off today unless we make a big run. So of course I've updated our liquidation zone levels. We do of course have our liquidation zone of resistance starting at 29.35 and really running up to 29.71. This is where the bulk of the short-term liquidations are. The thick liquidations, which are where we would expect to see reversals. And as you guys can see, we did just run up into that liquidation zone. And we are currently rejecting. I did actually want to short Ethereum, but of course, as you guys know, I have disabled the red button on my trading interface, so not able to short. So we'll just be longing if price does come down here. So the setup that I'm really seeing for Ethereum is we do have our liquidation zone of support starting at 28.67 and going down to 28.39. And we do see that 2 standard deviations on the VWAP are right there as well. So unless we break through to the upside, because this is the 15-minute 200 MA, so this is kind of the trend determiner right here. If we see some consolidation here between today's point of control and the 200 MA and then get a nice break, I'll break out long. I will break out long Ethereum. Otherwise, I'm going to look for my buy down here. Look for price to come down here and grab longside liquidity yet again in a more significant fashion, because we grabbed longside liquidity here, as you guys can see. But that'll give us that overbought below 2 standard deviations of VWAP and crashing into the liquidation zone, big drop of open interest. Just classic setup. This is the exact setup that I published in the video a couple days ago. You know, the best scalping strategy for Bitcoin, but of course it works on anything futures markets related, because futures markets only care about liquidity and liquidation. That's it. Those are the factors that drive the market. All right. Let's get into our altcoin summary here on Fairdesk. As you guys can see here, I did want to short BNB2 as well, but then I remembered that I have disabled the red button. I cannot short. So I'm just gonna watch BNB sell off here. All right, daily time frame. Daily time frame. Starting off with Solana, of course. Solana pulling back. Here's the thing, guys. I'm pretty bullish. So we're seeing this kind of capital rotation happen, right? Bitcoin is stalling out and moving sideways, so we're starting to see big movements from Ethereum. I expect those movements to continue in Ethereum, and then I expect for that and you can see here that money is flowing out of altcoins, okay? But a good question to ask is, not economics, excuse me, crypto fundamentals. Obviously, BVIV coming down, volatility coming down. This is good. Options are getting cheaper, and I recommend if you are going to hedge, which I do recommend you hedge, that you hedge with options and not futures. Otherwise, you're probably going to get stopped out. USDT dominance, all right? Oversold, okay? Oversold, volume picking up here. If USDT dominance does reverse and begin moving up, that is a bearish sign. That is a sign that the markets are going risk off for a picocycle. And again, USDT dominance is oversold and, you know, made a new low here, yearly new low, made up, well, actually a multi-year new low, because the markets have been incredibly risk off. The trend has been risk off since September, October, and the ETF kind of hype and craze really kicked off here. But USDT dominance is oversold and big volume coming in today, kind of on a reversal. So a little scary, of course, with US with RSI being oversold. Again, it doesn't necessarily mean that the markets are going to go risk off, but with everything really, really high up and altcoins selling off, a little concerning, a little worrying. But if we kind of forget about that for a second, how could we forget? Justin, how can we forget about that? It seems so important. But if we do forget about that for a second and we just go back to this idea of capital rotation, obviously Bitcoin had a big blow off, and now we're looking for, it's short Nazi for real. And now that we're seeing Ethereum put in some things, if we continue to see, so if big ifs, if we see Ethereum make that break out of 3K and get up to 36, 37, okay, which could happen independently of Bitcoin, which should ideally happen independently of Bitcoin. Then what that lets me know is that what's going to pump after Ethereum is going to be altcoins. All right. So as I'm watching these altcoins, kind of come down, I'm thinking of them as discounts, and I'm not thinking of this as a top. Again, guys, what is the mantra? We're not going to be reversal traders. All right. There are other channels that cover those things. All right. There are other traders who specialize on nabbing the top and nabbing the bottom. And that's not what I do. All right. Because I don't make money that way, because I'm generally wrong. Okay. So like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. I think that quote is falsely attributed to Albert Einstein, or did Albert Einstein actually say that? Right? Did Einstein really say that? Right? We need to know. Somebody go look that up. No shorts for you. So I'm trying to think of these as discounts. So ideally, we'll see what Ethereum does. I'm going to hold off. It's the Mandela effect. No, it's the Mandela effect. The Mandela effect is like, I remember it being Satoshi Sakamoto, right? But now everybody calls him Satoshi Nakamoto. Like, what happened, right? This is a weird world we live in. So obviously, as I'm looking at these alts coming down, I'm eager to bid them up, right, and buy, especially as we come closer to these like daily levels of support, like our 55 and 21 exponential moving average. So I think I'm just going to be patient for a few more days before I go shopping. I've been kind of ramping up DeFi over the last few days. The last few weeks, I guess I've been accumulating a few more DeFi coins, and those have been doing well. Been playing that high beta because Bitcoin's been moving sideways. But ideally, I'd like to see capital now rotate a little bit more freely into Ethereum. Ethereum put in a nice leg to the upside. And as I said, we went over Glassnode's alt season summary yesterday, and they're saying that, hey, all the signs are starting to materialize that alt season is coming. We're starting to see liquidity providers on Uniswap. We're starting to see increased amount of altcoin trading on Uniswap. And I thought that was incredibly educational yesterday. I did not know that. I did not know, because you think, oh, a decentralized exchange, like all they trade is altcoins. No, that's not the case. In fact, it's usually so lately it's been less than 10% of all DEX volume. Let's just talk about Uniswap, because the report we went over just specifically looked at Uniswap, but Uniswap being the largest DEX. Only 10% of DEX volume on Uniswap is for altcoins, right? The lion's share of what is traded on DEXs, it's like 47% stable coins and like 40% wrapped Bitcoin and wrapped Ethereum. Okay. So altcoin trading is only a small portion of the trading that actually takes place on decentralized exchanges. And when that ratio starts to increase, when that number starts to go up to like 12%, 13%, then that's basically alt season. And so that's very telling. One thing I'd really like to do is if we could get that breakdown from centralized exchanges. You know what I'm saying? Centralized exchanges. I feel that would be good data because, again, now like thinking in my head, I'm like, oh, well, like I guess, a lot of like altcoin trading happens on centralized exchanges, which of course does, but you have to compare that and contrast that with what percentage of volume are these centralized exchanges, are we talking about, right? Because the majority of the volume we can see is, of course, Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? So I think that's very helpful information to know. But the other thing that was obviously very educational and enlightening was the fact that liquidity providers in Uniswap v3 are able to set, I knew this, but they're able to set what range they want to provide liquidity in. And one signal of alt season, or one leading indicator of the fact that we might be shifting into, that we're going to experience increased volatility or price increases, is those liquidity providers will start widening out the range they want to provide liquidity in, right? Normally they keep it, in a really tight range, +5, -5% away from current price. But when they start padding that out, it's letting us know that liquidity providers are expecting big moves. So anyways, sorry, let's go on with our quick updates here, our altcoin summary. Solana, I really love Solana. It's third biggest thing in my portfolio. Again, we are coming close to that daily 55 level of support. RSI did, of course, get overbought back here on Wednesday the 14th. So we are having a pullback. The volatility did just reset, right? We're having a volatility crush. We're having a volatility crush, and we're currently getting expansion to the downside with a TSI bearish crossover, okay? Now, the last time we got a TSI bearish crossover was back here on the 30th of December. You can see that price went sideways for a little bit. We got an alley-oop stopping out late shorters. And then we did, of course, get a movement to the downside, but it wasn't super significant. Wasn't a signal of like a bear market or anything, but we did get a 20% pullback, breaking down below. We got a pullback from the 21 exponential moving average down to the 55 exponential moving average. This time's a little bit different because we are coming up to the 55 exponential moving average. All right, at this point in time. So basically looking at this chart, although I'd like to see, again, patience is a thing, right? Because Ethereum might take weeks to play out, and then that capital rotates in altcoins. So this could be like weeks or months away. And then, of course, we have the halving, which is going to, not throw a wrench in everything, but just accelerate whatever is going on. So I am of the mind that with this volatility crush and now this expansion and prices moving down, I want to see if we find any support here at the daily 55 exponential moving average and kind of get this alley-oop, right? So if we see prices move up, but unable to make significant progress, then probably the move would be to short down to the 200 exponential moving average. But until I get evidence that that's going to be the case, I am overall going to be looking to bid support, and we'll just see. We'll just see. Not now, not today. Arbitrum, very similar situation here. We are getting that bearish TSI crossover, but it is occurring at our level of 55 exponential moving average support. Volatility is very low here, and we do seem to be getting that expansion to the downside. So we are getting a lot of technical signals that we are getting reversals here, but the market is going to sell off. Again, I'm going to be a little patient here and wait to see if we do get that support at the daily 55. Similar situation here for Optimism as well. We were unable to make a higher high on Optimism. Price has now sold off down to the 21 exponential moving average. No bearish cross under on our True Strength Index yet, but RSI did cross below the signal line. Volatility is heading down. So we're not in that same scenario as Solana or Arbitrum from a technical perspective here, but things don't look super incredible. Again, our next level of support is here at $3.30. So just kind of hands off, gloves off right now. SUI pull back to the 21 exponential moving average, bearish crush over yesterday on the TSI. IV pretty much crushed and now crossing over to the downside. We seem to be getting that expansion to the downside here on SUI as well, which does kind of hint that SUI does want to continue down lower. Again, we are at our first level of support, and we do want to be pretty much aggressively bullish in a bull market. So again, we could bid SUI up right here. I do have, again, hands off. I don't want to bid any altcoins today yet. I want to see kind of what the day brings. I remember the Mandela effect being yeah, I remember that. Like when you're a kid and you rub your eyes real hard and then everything's like blurry and colorful. Chainlink selling off. We are trading down below the 21 exponential moving average, looking to head down to the 55 at 17,069. Bearish TSI crossover. Bearish RSI signature trading below the 50th percentile. IV crush and now expansion to the downside. Again, unfortunately, guys, it does look like altcoins do want to continue to sell off down here. BNB moving contrarily. All right. RSI moving into strong overbought territory, not over 80. All right. Not over 80 and not over the previous RSI level right now. So this is technically could be forming regular bearish divergence here for BNB. Again, no bearish TSI crossover because things are relatively bullish. Volatility is quite high, but not peaked, not maxed out. So we don't have to be mega concerned. So my general advice here would be, if you are holding BNB swing positions, to just continue to hold them. No reason to do anything here. BNB looks good, right? So hold the moon bag, all's good. And we'll just wait to see if this regular bearish divergence plays out. But of course, we're not reversal traders. Matic, big sell-off today, unfortunately, causing the TSI to begin to curl over, causing the RSI to move away from the overbought territory, causing our volatility was almost peaked right here. And of course, Matic was trading overall in this trading range and unable to make a higher high. So unfortunately, it does look like our altcoins, when we compare this all with the fact that USDT dominance is oversold and looks to want to roll over, it does look like the market is going to be moving down. Same on ApeCoin, big sell-off on ApeCoin as we got close to the top of the range. Volatility's peaked, and yeah, it's probably a reversal here, guys. XRP, as I said, I wanted to long this. I was watching this quite closely. We broke down below the 200 exponential moving average. We came back up, rejected from it today, unfortunately. We do have support here in the form of the 21, but since we're below the 200, we're generally bearish and we're looking to swing short. So life's good. Aptos. I mean, just the same as everything else, unfortunately, here. Cardano similarly looks like it wants to come down. Dogecoin was unable to make a break to the upside here. We are above the 200, so I'm going to continue to hold my Dogecoin swing position because nothing's really changed there technically. Polkadot, we talked about yesterday how we are beginning to see investors begin to flow money into the Ethereum, Cosmos, Polkadot, and Solana ecosystems. Those are the four getting the lion's share of TVL capital rotation. And Polkadot, again, bullish trend. We are above the 200 MA, but we are making lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and now looking to break down below the 55 EMA. So unfortunately, Polkadot is looking like it wants to come down to as well. Uniswap unable to make a higher high here as well at the top of the range. Again, everything that we just talked about, RSI overbought, rejecting from RSI. Yeah, just everything is pretty much overbought and coming back down into the range. Bitcoin Cash, we're not going to talk about Bitcoin Trash. Filecoin, again, running back up to the top of the range and big sell-offs today. It does look, again, yeah, just broadly, it does look like the altcoin market does want to come down. Again, just everything selling off and, everything selling off from an overbought position too with USDT dominance. Again, I mean, that's the most thing. I can't ignore that, right? USDT dominance has just been such a great indicator for how the market is going to go. It's just been a great fundamental indicator. And the fact that we're seeing USDT dominance be oversold and altcoins selling off real strong. I mean, yeah. I mean, it just wants to make you cry, All right, so we have a bearish higher time frame bias. All right, so we have a bearish higher time frame bias. What is your problem? Study error. I don't know why. Oh, bad. So Profit Bear's got his shorts on. So is this capitulation? Because we about to rock. I'm hoping we tap 53K again today, and not just because I'm in a 20x long. I hope you hit 53K again. And because you're in a 20x long, right? I want you to succeed. I want good things from you, my friend. Oh my God, I forgot to record the market update again. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm terrible at this. Caribbean Crypto Show, what's up, man? Guys, remember? I guess, well, not remember. You guys don't know or really care, but I like to put out multiple pieces of content a day, and oh man, I can't believe I forgot to hit the record button again. I remember. I don't think it was Captain Caveman, right? It was Crypto Caveman. Captain Caveman. Dun dun dun. So simple a caveman can do it. Hit record. Gosh. Not crying. I'm just managing my hydration level. Let's see here. This is not really what we want. We want, yeah, this is what we want. That's pretty true. I mean, everything's pretty oversold on the hourly, but I mean, yeah, things are looking pretty rough. All right, I'm not gonna lie, things are looking pretty rough for the crypto market. BNB is the only thing that. What is up with my chair, man? I'm sorry. I have a diverse set of mechanisms for controlling my hydration level. Why are we crying? We're crying because I forgot to hit the record button. Well, if you guys are here, it's all good because you guys are watching the market update live. But yeah, Matic, pretty bad. Yeah, I don't really want to long anything right now. I mean, it's like we are in optimum mode for longing, but yeah, it's just scary, guys. I mean, it's not scary. That's just normally these would be perfect, like beautiful, perfect setups. HT, thanks for the sub, man. Welcome to the channel. Normally these would be like really good, beautiful, perfect setups, but not with. I mean, you can't ignore the macro, guys. You cannot ignore the macro. And yeah, USDT dominance. Looks very strong here. Like it wants to break out, which means things are going to sell off. And since things are going to sell off and we're long only, Sorry, let me get the music going for you guys. Yeah, we're not going to change anything, guys. Unfortunately, we don't let discretion mess with our system. Doge was a systematic trade, and life's all good. It's all good. Unfortunately, I just don't really see too many other trading opportunities. Right? Like, again, well, I mean, that's not necessarily true. You know, again, everything's really oversold on the 4 hour. Everything's really oversold on the 1 hour. So we can, and we just might have to, fortunately. Let's get rid of our. It's kind of opaque. They're kind of in my way. And if you want to have a lot of information on your chart, but you also want it to look nice and pretty, opacity is a good way to kind of fit that extra stuff on your chart in a less gauche or in your face manner. Because the point of all of this stuff, guys, very light fill. Even lighter, I think. Okay, that's a little better. And let's see. %, much stuff. All right, yeah, low volume node here. Low volume node here and here today on Solana. So yeah, what are the opportunities? Yeah, volatility got peaked right here, and volatility is coming down. No real opportunity for setup with OI drop right here. Again, yeah, of course we could long, but that's not looking attractive. Arbitrum. No, that is grinding support. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Optimism is grinding support also. I don't like that at all. Sweet. Let's see here. Volatility is peaked right here. Let's go look at Glass. Sui USDT. Perp on Binance. And yeah, had some big OI drops, some big liquidations. And support. Sui actually doesn't look bad here. Funding ramp. Yeah, I think we like. Big quick. All right. Okay. What do we got? Volume here. All right. Data window. ETR is 0.0164. .057. Okay, and let's just check. Entry price 166, 1.6611, 1.6064. All right. Asymmetric R to R here because we're, it's like a mid-range trade. But again, what do we see here? Punctuated move down. Volatility got peaked here on the 15-minute time frame, as we can see from a volatility indicator. We go over to Coinalyze. All right, so we can get level 2 data directly from the exchange, and we see big OI drop into this with a good amount of liquidations. All right, with a good amount of liquidations on that sell-off candle. Usually means we get a short-term reversal. So we see if we get short-term reversal. We see we get short-term reversal. Wow. Andrew. Those are the kind of dreams you have, brother? No, it's all good, man. I can't tell you how many nights I've spent well, I've had a lot of dreams about the markets. Yeah, that's not true. You shouldn't feel bad about that. That's not weird, dude. It's all good. Total value locked in Sui near $600 million, outperforming Cardano. Okay. Okay. Oh. No, man. I don't think you got problems at all, sir. Sir. Let's see. What did we get? We got a... Yeah, an OI drop of 3.22%. What? $1,000. 41,000 turned the market around last time. Well, it was 41, like 65. Don't worry. Dun, 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 dun. I am going to stretch this out a little bit. Sorry, guys, if this is too much. Wait, maybe that's good. I don't want to stretch it out too much. I also want you guys to be able to see it. All right, we're just going to rock with that. Oh. I'm not 100% sure. Our topic should be for today. Not gonna lie. I do have there's a few things we could go over. We could go over I think we'll just do this today. We've got, this is from the Crypto Pragmatist, but I've got 5 zero-cost airdrops that you guys can farm today. So I think that's probably good. So let's see how this Sui trade plays out, and then we will transition into our topic portion of the day. Yep. Yes, I got airdrops for you guys. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna try. Give me a second, guys, because I'm gonna put my OBS in studio mode because I need to. Okay, that's weird. Okay. Record just record overlay. Although that is kind of a cool I don't hate that. Yeah, I really don't. Oh yeah, I got that on a. that. I gotta hold on. Give me one sec, guys. All right, I'm just gonna hotkey this Streamlabs. Scene. Unavailable. Stream unavailable. Okay, so I now have that as a hotkey. Excellent. And okay. Head on up to the east side. Remix. Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. You guys are seeing, I'm messing around in the OBS. I want to make sure that I'm not screwing anything up. Video. I hate that these aren't in alphabetical order. They are in what do you call them? They are in OBS, but they're not in Streamlabs OBS, which you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. I realize. Capture. Banner. Here. Oh. So much. There we go. Stream starting banner. I think we can figure out all the rest. Yeah, we can figure out all the rest. So, sorry. I got that scene set up because I don't want this stream layout. I don't want this to be the layout when we do the pre-recorded topics that we do live on stream, but yeah. If anybody told you that day trading was watching paint peel, punctuated by moments of sheer terror, you would be absolutely correct. All right, we have been live for 1 hour and 3 minutes. You guys are absolutely fantastic. You guys are amazing. I'm loving to see that the chat is working. The member goal is updated. The chat boss is even working. Oh, wait a second. I do see that something is weird though. I just noticed that. And I noticed it in yesterday's video. Do you guys see that the thing down here at the bottom of the screen where I have new gifter, new super, new member? The box that it lives in is, there we go. Why did you go away? Loop, restart playback when source becomes active. Show nothing when playback ends. Off. Close file when inactive. Off. Loop. Yes. Close. Yes to crypto. I really want to short degen because supply will come in, people will freak out, and I want to capitalize on that freak out. But all I know to do is maybe sell some and rebuy. Yeah, I mean that's the game, man. I mean it's the tricky part of the game too, because obviously if you sell your entire here's my honest advice, right? Here's my honest advice. And again, it's questionable like how well we can put this advice into practice immediately, but for the future, when you get an opportunity like that, right? Like you have to, when you initially like get an allocation, if you get an airdrop, or if you get into a pre-sale, or you happen to buy a bottom, you got to do the TA work ahead of time, and you got to figure out exactly where you want to you got to figure out exactly where you want to take your profits. Figure out exactly where you want to take your profits, and then sell at those levels, right? And always leave a moon bag, leave anywhere from like, 2 to 10% of your whole position as a moon position, just in case. And so similar situation here for degen. Yeah, I mean, it is probably going to go lower, right? Like that's how meme coins tend to do. It doesn't necessarily mean it will, right? Again, always like leave that moon bag and just in case, right? And we've seen, like meme coins, it's just the T stat gets really low when we talk about meme coins that have sold off, right? Most meme coins are one and doneers. Doesn't mean that yours will. Moonbags and cold wallet. God. Oh, I'm not a big fan of that. All right, let's just see if we hold the low. Oh, I came in. Cool, and I got bought up. Cool. That's good and bad. It's good and bad. Man, we're just making content right now, right? There we go. That's what we like to see. On Sui, you can do it. You can do it, Sui. Be brave, be strong, be powerful, be everything I know you can be. Go, 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 go. Everything I thought it wasn't. Yeah, we don't have a great low volume node. Oh, cool. Volatility, 3-minute volatility got crushed, and expansion to the downside with that beautiful isospot signal right there. You beautiful baby. Beautiful baby. Love to see it. Again, we don't want to be too greedy here, right? With scalping, we're not swing trading, right? So, I mean, we're entering it like we like this is kind of already like kind of typically how long a scalp would sort of last, like anywhere from like about 15 minutes. That's interesting. How is our strategy doing in Heikinashi? Yeah. So. I wouldn't have actually taken that trade there anyways. came down to the point of control. So far, we are seeing buyers tentatively defend their positions. We do have a lot of resistance to get over. Creep. Buyers are stepping in a little bit. Little bit. All right, guys, we have 15 minutes left in the stream. I'm going to take a quick, like 1-2 minute break. You guys are in. Listen. Where's he at? Ron, if you're still around, you're in charge. All right, everybody be nice to Ron. He's not crying. He's hydrating. All right. I'll be right back. You know, so this ain't bad, right? This is 3 drives on resistance. Probably get a nice pop here. And we'll just take profit on any... I mean, ideally any big candle, right? You know, sometimes I read like well, not sometimes, like literally every day. I read market summaries from other analysts, and sometimes I just feel like they're looking at different charts than I am, you know? All right. Okay. That's a big wow, that's a big call. Shearers just put out a huge trading signal. A big weekly position for all our premium members. Those don't come very often. Yeah. That's a mid bull run setup. I love it. I love that. I love that. Oh, okay. That's something I got to do. I got to set up Nightbot. I got to set up Nightbot. Set up Nightbot. Here we go. Volatility. Let's go. Life pretty deep. Again, we're not trying to be greedy here. Good little volume pop. What size do we really want to filter for here? Like 1,000? I mean, yeah, that's ranking it down quite a bit. Buy still coming in. Life's all good. We'd like to get to our we got like 40 minutes left. That's probably enough time. 30 minutes left is probably enough time to cover the airdrops. So we do want to close this trade out pretty soon, so we have enough time to go over all the airdrop stuff. Looking for initiation to trend volume, which you know, again, we get big volume at the beginning and the end of a movement. All right, big volume comes in either to start a movement, or big volume either comes in to end a movement. All right, and again, holding this level pretty firm. This is nice. We haven't had any shakeouts of the longs yet. See here. Funding price, oscillator. I saw pressure. Kind of an ending. Okay, so it's buy volume average, sell volume average, and then we get the delta. Interesting. All right. Okay. Pretty neat. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take profit on Sui here. Nice little scalp, and let's get into today's airdrops. Give me a second. All right. I know you guys can't see me. I know this is a bit of a mess, but that's all good. Give me a second. Kind of get this looking nice. All right. Okay. So Live trading screen capture. Going to this. A sec, guys. I know. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. All right, let's shrink that down. Boom. Whoops. No, not that. There we go. All right, that's pretty good. Expand that out. Okay, so that's not too bad. And then, bam. Hi, how you doing, guys? Bring me down here a little bit. Something like this. Can't do that. And then we'll just zoom my camera in. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this looks pretty decent. Sure, we've got the MetaMask unlocked. All right, we'll be using the public wallet KrakenCrypto.eth for these airdrop hunts. I'm always barren. All right, so again, bear with me, guys. I've still got a lot of work to do on the stream that we will be doing over the next few months. We'll have the big rebrand coming in towards the end of March with the new logos, the new layout, the new colors and everything, the new membership experience in Kajabi. And you guys will see some big updates. But okay. Back over here and let's get everything all set up. Do we? We don't. Oh. Okay. Hold on. 1 second. Get this set up right. Okay. Boom, boom, bam, boom. I'm clicking pictures of buses. Excellent. Boom. All right, I'm gonna pop this in the. Okay, so I just pasted a link in the live chat. You guys can take advantage of that if you want. And make sure to put that in the description as well. All right, so that's good. Let's start off here. Delete this. Oh, yes, duh. Aha. Aha. Yeah, here we go. All right, here we go. All right, we're going to click record and we're going to start with today's topic, which is going to be nice airdrops for you guys. All right, so we've got some exciting no-cost airdrops for you guys in today's topic video, looking for opportunities for you guys in the cryptocurrency markets. Of course, as you know, airdrops are a fantastic way to get a pretty much very low risk, very low cost kind of starter position in a potentially exciting new crypto asset. And of course, as we know, it is the newer cryptocurrencies that tend to outperform in bull markets because investors have shiny object syndrome, and investor capital wants to flow into the new shiny thing that is probably going to 20x and outperform the rest of the market versus the old standalones. So a lot of this data does come from the Crypto Pragmatist. So shout outs to them. Great newsletter that they send out every week, not every day. But all right, we're going to be starting off with these 5. These are 5 no cost airdrops. So some of these are going to be testnet incentivizations. Some of these are going to be these are just slightly different from normal airdrops. But again, exciting. Let's try to get some starter positions. All right, the first one up is going to be Grass. This one's slightly different. This is kind of going to be like a little bit like Helium, a little bit like some other things where you're going to be using a Chrome extension for this. I'm going to leave a link in the description so you guys can sign up. But essentially, you just go to app.getgrass.io. You guys would like to use my referral code that does help the channel, of course. I have pasted it, of course, in the live chat for those watching live, and it will be in the description of this video when this is uploaded independently to YouTube. But what Grass is, they call themselves the data layer of AI. All right, so this is playing into the artificial intelligence narrative, and they are a network sharing platform. All right, so their whole goal, very much kind of like the kind of a similar goal to BitTorrent token, BTT, but that never really took off to the extent that Justin Sun and Tron Foundation probably wanted it to. But Grass will enable users of the platform to sell their surplus bandwidth, to sell their excess bandwidth. And they take that, Grass takes that excess bandwidth and utilizes it to power artificial intelligence processing, right? You know, so very similar to what like RNDR is doing. So Grass is a similar play to RNDR. And of course, we've seen how well RNDR has worked. So again, they have a point system, so it's very easy to determine whether you are going to be getting an airdrop or not, but it's very simple. Simply go to the website, register an account, and then you will download and install the Grass extension into your Chrome or Brave browser. It is free. And then you will, if you want to add the extension to additional devices like your mobile device or your laptop, your desktop, etc., for every device that you connect and allow that device to share its excess bandwidth into the Grass ecosystem, you will earn additional points by connecting any additional device. And then you will accumulate points as you browse the internet with those connected devices. So you're going to earn points completely passively just by doing your daily activities that you're going to be doing, in your Chrome browser, in your Brave browser, whether it's on your mobile device, whether it's on your PC, whether it's on your laptop. All right. So this is a pretty easy, low risk, free airdrop that you guys can sign up for. It doesn't require you to purchase any token, doesn't require you to make any allocation, doesn't require you to provide any liquidity. Just download the extension and browse the internet, right? And Grass in the background will use any surplus bandwidth that you have to provide to their network. All right, so pretty simple, pretty easy. Again, app.getgrass.io. And if you would like to use the referral link, it will be in the description of this independent video. And for those watching live, it's in the live chat right now. All right, next one up. One second here. Okay. All right. Can you use it with Firefox? I don't know. You'd have to try it out. Let's see here. I can actually. Second here. Let's see. Let's see. See if it works on Firefox. Never. Yeah, so this is what the Grass dashboard will look like once you actually get in here. And we will just go to copy a link to the, yeah. So we just go to the Chrome extension store right here. And here is the Grass extension. We will just add this to our Brave. And there we go. Pretty much that simple. That's a Phantom wallet. We don't want that. Grass extension right here. You guys can customize this however you want. Of course, you will log in with your login information. Which do hurting anybody? All right. Actually, I didn't even need to do that because it just, yep, cool. Bam. Okay, so it's probably because I have my VPN on. Okay, but we're connected. Life's good. Yeah, it's because I've got my VPN. So let's turn our VPN off. Network change. And let's see if that fixes the connection issue. Oh, in Grass, what will happen if someone abuses my IP? What do you mean by abuses your IP? 13. Yeah, so pretty simple. Grass pretty simple here. No, I don't want to log into Phantom. Not bad. Cool. And we are connected. Okay. It's probably giving me some issues because again, I have multiple VPNs on, but I've disabled the one in my browser, but give me a little bit. I'll try kind of troubleshoot that. You guys shouldn't have too many issues. All right. So we've got Grass. All right. The next one is going to be all right. Oops. Try this one. These are probably all redeemed, actually. I gotta get some. I gotta go get some Blast ecosystem invite codes. Yeah, I'm all out. All my Blast codes are done. Anyways, but this is the next one. This is gonna be Monoswap. Okay. Oh wait, hold on one second. Let me get. Here we go. I'll paste this in the live chat as well, guys. And this will also, of course, be in the description of this video once it's posted. But this is Monoswap, all right? Monoswap is a yield-focused, decentralized exchange, all right? So you guys can trade here. It is also a launch pad, okay? It's also a launch pad, so they will be doing IDOs, initial DEX offerings on these platforms. IDOs can be very profitable if you're able to get into them. They are pre-sales. These guys also have a point system. They call it XP. Here's your XP. So Monoswap, you can come in and you'll get new quests every single day that you can complete to earn points. All right. Daily check-in, for example, gives you 10 XP every single day. If you sign up with my affiliate link, you're immediately going to get some points that I've pasted in the live chat and that will be in the description of this video. If you connect your Twitter and follow Monoswap on Twitter, if you retweet or tweet of theirs, if you do a swap, if you add liquidity, So you can do all of these things to earn XP, which is going to boost your abilities to share with the developer airdrop. Very cool how they're doing the airdrop as well, because the developer allocation is going to be shared with the users as part of the airdrop. The more XP you get, the more experience that you get, the more points that you get, the more shares that you will have that you will be entitled to for the airdrop. So again, you can accumulate XP by completing daily missions, inviting friends with your referral link, or if you also, as always, right? People overlook this, but with these projects, I'm telling you, crypto is so small, you can reach out and touch anybody. Just join their Discord. They've got obviously all these projects have very active Discords. If you join these Discords and, you're just helpful and you guide people in the right direction, you ask questions, you can get involved. You would be pretty amazed at how they just kind of throw airdrops and allocations around. Again, not every project, it's not a guaranteed strategy, but it's, the altruistic monkey, right? These things work. Okay. The other thing also, composability. So this hits the composability narrative. Monoswap is hitting the composability narrative here as well. So again, just come on here. You can do some trades. There is the there is going to be the faucet, so you guys can take advantage of this. You can claim Monoswap tokens. This is running in the Blast ecosystem, and I don't have any more Blast early access codes. So I will try to track some of those down. And if I'm able to get them, I will paste them again in the description of this video or in the, I'll paste them in the description of this video. Yeah. Because I'm not going to be able to get them in time for the live chat. So Monoswap, nice decks here that you guys can utilize. All right, the next one. Just a second. Looks like I'm out of. That's a darn shame. I have run out. There we go. Excellent. Excellent. Got the code. Okay. No. All right. This is good. All right. Here we go. This is lava. All right. Lava. Okay. We're hitting the composability narrative with lava. Lava just got a $15 million seed investment. All right. And what they are doing is this hits the composability narrative and this hits the modular blockchain narrative. Okay. Because they are building modular data access layers. So this is like Celestia. It's a data access layer. It's a modular blockchain for other chains to store data on. All right. And they are building this. They're building this modular chain to interact with 35 plus other chains and rollups. All right. Leveraging an incentivized public RPC. All right. So that's the big thing. Lava is going to allow you to just update your RPC node. All right. To use their incentivized RPC node. Okay. They're going to have an RPC node for Ethereum. They're going to have for Starknet, for Near, literally any, Axelar, EVMOS. And those wallets right now, you can update if you're using Near, Starknet, Axelar, EVMOS, Evmos, and Ethereum. You can just update your public RPC, use their incentivized RPC, and then you will earn points just by doing regular wallet activities. All right, just by doing regular wallet activities. All right. So let's see here. Whole market scared of Pal right now. Yeah, we got FOMC. All right, guys. So I have pasted the sign up link. You guys can just use the invitation code MAGMA. We'll get you guys in, and then you will click proceed, and then it will take you to this where you are going to be invited to connect your wallet, join their Discord, and of course, follow them on Twitter. You will get points for doing all of those things. I'm going to click skip for now. And then once you're here in the dashboard, okay, once you're here in the dashboard, all you need to do is if you want to start earning points, you will come over here and you will update your RPC for Ethereum. So again, I've selected Ethereum. Here's mainnet Ethereum. I'm going to copy that that RPC link. I'm going to open up my MetaMask. Okay. I am going to go to settings. I'm going to go to networks, and I am going to click add a network to bring up the MetaMask thing. If it opens up with it, sorry, if it opens up with a different code, then use that code. I apologize. Let me give me a second. I will networks, Ethereum mainnet, and I'm going to be changing. Okay, that's locked, so I'm gonna have to add a network. All right, add a network manually. Ethereum. Well, I struggled with that for a second. Hold on. Oh, I hate that. Paste, and we're just gonna paste that RPC in here under new RPC URL. All right, chain ID 1, currency symbol F, and block explorer. I'm just gonna save for now. Okay, dismiss, and then we're gonna get back into settings, networks, Ethereum, etherscan.io, and then we'll go ahead and update for etherscan.io and save. And this one selected. Actually, let's change the name on this, and we'll do Ethereum, and this is going to be Lava RPC, just so I know. Okay. All right, cool. So I'm connected. This is the exact same thing. I'm still using Ethereum. The only thing that's different, sorry, yes, you guys can use my invite code. So you'll get to Lava, and you can use you can use the invitation code 25RHV. I will paste this. This will of course be the link. I'll paste this in the description of the video. It's in the live chat right now. Yes, of course, this works with other wallets. I was just showing you how to do it for MetaMask. But yes, if you just go in and update your RPC for Trust Wallet or whatever Ethereum wallet that you're using, you'll be in good shape. All right. So again, you can currently do this on the Near ecosystem. So you can update your RPC for Near. You can update your RPC for Starknet. You can update your RPC for Ethereum, for Axelar, and Evmos. Okay. For both mainnet and testnet. Okay. Mainnet and testnet. And then that's it. That's literally it. You will just earn points in Lava for just doing regular Web3 activity, all right? Because you're using their incentivized RPC, all right? That's all that's happening, okay? That's all that's happening, all right? You'll get points, of course, for following them on Twitter, joining their Discord, and then, yeah, just do your regular wallet activities, guys. Check your balances, make transactions, use dApps, and those activities will now contribute to earning Lava points and get you guys into a potential airdrop. So very simple. Very easy. You guys can see the points that you're earning. Of course, there's the leaderboards, the multipliers, all of the things. All right. Very, very nicely incentivized. And of course, verify your Lava address, join as a validator, lots of ways to get involved. And of course, obviously referring friends as well always helps. Okay. Now, this next one is, listen, this next one is a little silly, but we love silly things in crypto because silly things in crypto pump and do well. But I'm excited because this one is building on my baby Bitcoin. Okay. This one is building on my baby Bitcoin. Okay. 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 So I'll paste this one here in a hot sec. So I'm going to go over this one, and the links, of course, will be down in the there we go. All right, this next one is Tuna Chain. Yeah, you heard that right. Tuna Chain. This is the game as they have styled themselves, the game-changing Bitcoin layer 2. Why is this so exciting? Because this is a modular blockchain. This is a modular layer 2 built on top of Bitcoin, integrating Ethereum's virtual machine for smart contracts and dApps with a zero knowledge approach. All right. A zero knowledge optimistic rollup approach. Okay. So very cool. So hybridizing zero knowledge and optimistic rollups for scalability and privacy. And of course, obviously integrating Ethereum's virtual machine on the Bitcoin network. Okay. So pretty cool. For this one, the points are relatively easy to earn. You'll just connect your wallet. Of course, join their Discord, follow them on Twitter. But then you're going to need to deposit BTC from the Bitcoin testnet, which there is a faucet for the Bitcoin testnet, onto Tuna Chain. All right. And then withdraw BTC from Tuna Chain to the Bitcoin testnet. All right. So it's just asking you to basically test their system for you. So go get Bitcoin from the Bitcoin faucet. I will have all the links for this in the description of this video when I post it. I'm not going to be able to do this for the live chat right now. And then so you'll just deposit, you'll get some testnet Bitcoin, all right, from the Bitcoin faucet. Links will be in the description. And then you will deposit that Bitcoin from testnet into the Tuna Chain, all right? And you are going to be, excuse me. You have the option, I've connected my Ethereum wallet to this, but you have the option of using the browser Bitcoin wallet, which I am actually going to recommend. And potentially I will even record. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do a second recording for this, where I'll just have to record the part on how to install that particular browser extension. We're getting close to the end of the stream, though, so I've got to kind of wrap it up. Where you will install that particular browser extension and get testnet BTC, and then I'll show you guys how to do all this. So this isn't as exciting, obviously, for the live chat, but for you guys watching the pre-recorded, I'll have this little piece of content in here, and you'll just forget this part. All right, one last one to go over here. Okay. All right, this last one is called Shardium. All right, Shardium. This one's a little bit more obtuse to get involved with. This is an EVM compatible layer 1 blockchain. All right, that uses sharding. All right, that has implemented sharding for scalability and low transaction fees. All right, it's high throughput. It's obviously decentralized, and it allows people to develop in Solidity or Viper. All right, Solidity or Viper, which is good for developers. So there's lots of different off-chain activities that you guys can do to get a Shardium airdrop. All right. The biggest ones that are going to make a lot of sense for people is obviously going to be the invitations to Discord. So inviting people into their Discord is probably one of the most lowest hanging fruit. Inviting people into their Telegram is low hanging fruit, but there's other ways to do it as well. Obviously engaging on their Twitter, they have listed here. If anybody's a graphic designer, they need help building a new logo and they would like help building out the website. There are online Shardium events where you guys can get whitelisted. There are in-person Shardium events. Writing Twitter threads for them is good. Yep. Referring people to their Discord. Writing, translating, and publishing blogs or videos about Shardium on third-party platforms. translating official Shardium documents, organizing meetups, and running community league activities. All right. So lots of different off-chain ways, no on-chain ways necessarily to earn these airdrops. But again, Shardium's pretty cool. I like it. Hits the composability factor. It hits the sharding narrative, which necessarily hasn't become a narrative, but it is one of the more technically exciting aspects that we're talking about with Ethereum's advance. And yeah, so there will be a link to join their Discord, of course, in the description of this video, and that's probably one of the easiest ways to get in and get started. Just join the ecosystem. Just ask how you guys can get involved and help out. All right, so we've got 5 airdrops that we've gone over that are zero cost, that are absolutely free for you guys to get involved in. We obviously have Grass. All right. They have not MonoTrade. Where is lost it? Grass. Okay, here we go. Grass, which you guys can just simply register an account for free. Link in the description, and download their Chrome extension into your different devices, and then just regular browsing activity will earn you points. All right. We obviously talked about Monoswap, which is a decentralized exchange and liquidity provision. You can earn daily points right here. And you will also, so you can just complete these daily missions to earn points. We talked about Lava, obviously. All right. Lava is pretty exciting. All you have to do is register, link in the description, and then just update your RPC for any of these chains, and then just do your regular Web3 activity and you'll earn points. Those are pretty simple. We talked about Tuna Chain. Talked about Tuna Chain. All right. I will be recording more content for this for the video. But essentially, all we do here is we get some testnet BTC, deposit from the testnet BTC, deposit that testnet BTC from the BTC testnet into Tuna Chain, and then withdraw that same BTC. All right. And of course, invite friends, follow their Discord, all of the cool things. And then Shardium, no on-chain way to earn points, but lots of ways to get a free drop by simply just getting involved with their community, referring individuals to their Discord, and if again, there are opportunities out there for translators, graphic designers, website creators, obviously to help those. So really bootstrapping their user base here, and shout outs to them for that. Bootstrapping their user base is always good. All right, that's all I've got, of course, for today's video. Thank you guys so much, and congratulations and happy hunting on your airdrop quests. All right. Let's get back into the market, see what's going on. Good thing we got out of Sui when we did there. Very nice. Aren't you glad we got out of Sui when we did there? When did we... So we sold at... So we sold Sui. Closing price 166.95. Oh, we definitely could have... Yeah, we really could have held that for longer. But whatever. Life goes on. No, this isn't right. It's not right at all. That didn't happen. Like the 1 minute chart. Yeah. 1,695. Yeah, we sold the top. Look at that. We sold the top. I mean, of that little movement. All right. So why I said scalping. We're not looking for these huge, massive moves. All right. Very reserved, very restrained. Life's good. All right, guys. We got about 5 minutes left. Let's look at our majors here, see if we've had any developments. Oh, that's too much. There we go. Look at our majors here, see if we've had any development. No, Bitcoin's still consolidating now under the daily point of control. We do, of course, have the liquidation zone down below us that really starts off at 50,711 and down to 5596. Again, all is well and good. We just want to be very... This is the... I mean... We could sweep this and we could obviously trade a little bit lower, all right, before we see any kind of bullish reversal on BTC. But any closes below 50,100, things start to look quite scary. And if we hang out down here, not super great. But my first strategy for today is, of course, waiting for price to come down here into the liquidation zone between 50,700 and 50,600. Bid this area up and look for a movement. Since we didn't, you notice that we didn't make a run on this upside liquidity. So we did not liquidate shorts. Shorts have not been liquidated. All right. Longs have already been liquidated. So I feel like we're going to make another run on the long liquidations here. And then I'd like to see price drive up into 51,600. Of course, big picture here, any break at 53,000 on the daily time frame, we're going to blast off to 57. So again, overall, quite bullish. But one consideration that we do want to keep in mind is, of course, the USDT dominance is quite oversold and looks to be coming back. And if that is the case, then the market's going to sell off. Doesn't necessarily mean it has to. Ethereum is overperforming Bitcoin at this point in time, but we do need to see that daily close above 3K for us to blast off to 3.6, 3.7. All's quite good. The Ethereum daily time frame is pulling back. Again, I'm not shorting. I'm going to look for dips to buy. And looking at Ethereum's liquidity profile here, we can see that we did sweep short liquidity so far today. So the next next area for price to go, is of course to grab liquidity to the downside. That liquidation zone is from 2,867 to 2,840. So I would be looking for longs in this range. And then I'd be looking for another run up on up here to about 3,000. But of course, daily close above 3,000 and let's go. Daily close above 3,000. Let's go. Altcoins are looking like crap. I'm not going to lie. Why is it? There we go. Altcoins are looking like crap. Most of them are breaking down. We are in the daily demand zone, of course, for SUI, but you know, whatever. But with USDT dominance coming down, it does look like our alts do want to continue to come down a little bit. Again, not super excited to short. I'm more of line to look to buy dips, but nothing really looked super attractive to buy today. And of course, BNB was looking like a short, not gonna lie. So that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I've got. Eth1, thanks for coming in, but we are just now wrapping up. Oh, and to wrap up, let's go to the big scene. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for yet another crypto live crypto trading room. That is it. My name is Justin Wise. Of course, I've been your host. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I want you guys to have a beautiful and safe trading day. I gave you guys some airdrops. I gave you guys a day trade scalp. We talked about positioning. We were able to close out a couple of other successful positions yesterday. Overall, life is good. Things are doing amazing. And I couldn't do this without your support. Thank you guys for shout outs to all the members. Shout outs, of course, especially to Yes to Crypto and Profit Bear, who have been supporting the stream quite heavily lately. And I really appreciate that. You guys are incentivizing me to continue to make this free content for you guys. If you want to support what we do, just please smash the like button. It helps distribute the content out there to people who have never seen it before. And if you would like to work personally with me and my team in 2024 to grow, build, and protect your wealth in the cryptocurrency markets, please check out everything that we do at Cracking Cryptocurrency. Link in the description, as well as the link to copy trade me on Fairdesk. You guys have been amazing. I will see you guys tomorrow. Trade safely and be kind to one another.